Over the past year, my life has gone through many changes. I would even say that many things, in a sense, turned upside down. During this time, I have done something that I couldn't do for a very long time, and I believe that I have something to share. To begin with, I will briefly tell you what I have in mind, and then I will share some tips that may help someone. Let's start with the fact that I managed to fully move out of my parents' house and start my own independent life. For many people, this is important and responsible step, and for a long time I could not decide on this. But this maneuver gave me invaluable and necessary experience. In fact, the move was fraught with both positive and negative consequences for me, but it was worth it. I consider the next important change to be the resumption of relations with a person with whom I hadn't communicated for a whole 2 years before. I thought that this would be an absolutely impossible phenomenon, but if someone ever told me that this will happen, I definitely wouldn't believe this. It is also worth noting that I have become a more socially open and active person. The number of people with whom I had to communicate, for one reason or another, increased significantly, which in turn could not but affect me as a person. I'm not sure it's worth mentioning the elimination of bad habits and acquisition of good ones, since this is rather a topic for a separate video, but I can safely say that I have become better in many areas of my life. In all the changes that have taken places in my life, the following qualities and techniques have helped me. It goes without saying that nothing would have happened without discipline. I think one of the most necessary components of success in anything is discipline. The ability to do what you don't want to do, but what needs to be done, is a key factor in achieving almost any goal. And having the skill of so-called self-discipline is very important, especially in our time of all sorts of distractions and entertainment. Another very important circumstance is positive attitudes. I do not mean any affirmations now, although I don't deny that they could be useful. I'm talking more about a certain level of confidence that everything will be fine. It's like even if the situation doesn't go according to plan, I will still be in order and cope with everything, and I have enough strength for everything. A separate issue is motivation. It can both help in striving for the best and become a kind of stumbling block. If you are capable of action only under the influence of motivation, then most likely your plans are going to fail, simply because emotions are fickle and tend to disappear, and motivation, as we know, cannot work without emotions. Another topic is visualization. In this topic, everything is ambiguous, but in general, it can be useful to imagine your potential achievements and upcoming events. Finally, I will say what I consider the most significant condition for the implementation of change in life. This is the goal. A person must clearly understand and realize what his goal is, what he wants, and what exactly these changes will bring to him. I would not confuse the concept of purpose with motivation, because the purpose, as for me, does not imply the presence of a powerful emotional reinforcement. A person can identify his goal and begin his path to it without involving emotions at all, and therefore he is likely to draw up a certain plan or strategy which is in any way more effective than impulsiveness and any actions that are based on emotions. In short, no matter what anyone says, changes are vital for us. A person, a human being, must change, must become better, or at least strive for this. If you are living your life in the same paradigm that doesn't suit you, you are in a situation that makes you worse, or you are surrounded by people who can't support your aspirations, then you probably need to change something. These changes can turn out to be both good and bad for you, but most likely you will not regret if you decide to take a chance. Stay strong, make some changes, and be the best.